And we are live. Hello, 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 hello.
Hey, babe.
Hey, hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. What's going on? We have something a little different going on tonight. Thank y'all for coming in, tuning in with us. This is the first episode of Better Together. I have somebody very, very, very special and near and dear to my heart. On side of me, it's your usual suspect, your boy Big E, Ernest, and I have the lovely Miss Christian sitting here on side of me. Who's here?
The wifey is here.
Yes, yes, yes. The wifey is here. Introduce yourself, babe. Well, hold on. First off, I want to say I'm so happy to be going live with the wife, man. Like I'm so happy to be having something going on with the wife. And I always tell her whatever I have going on, man, I can have the grandest ideas. I have the most wild things that I want to do. I'm not lying. And they always seem to work, but they seem to boom once I include my wife in things. You know what I mean? And she's always my number one fan, my number one supporter. So I just want to set the tone and set the stage. But I want you to people always see me. I'm an extroverted person. I'm always out on Front Street.
Yeah.
Um have a lot of people know who I am just socially. A lot of people know who I am with my business and just throughout my endeavors in life. And I'm a real extroverted person, real outgoing, outspoken, and you are like the complete opposite of me. And a lot of people
Yeah.
see me and they know me and they see my wife, but they don't know my wife or they don't have a feel for who she is. They kind of just guess who she is because of who I am. But she's her own person. She does her own thing, has her own thoughts. So without further ado, I just want to introduce my wife, Christian Dunbar, and she's gonna tell y'all who she is, where she from, and about herself.
I am Kristen Dunbar.
Speaking to the mic, babe.
Okay. Let me get this testing. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Because I talk low, but I'm trying to get my voice up on this mic so y'all can hear me.
You got
But,
that?
yep.
Say it with your chest.
I'm from Marrero, Louisiana, born and raised. Came out to Baton
Shout out to
Rouge.
Marrero, man.
And came out to Baton Rouge for school, for college. And yeah, once I finished graduating from Southern University, I decided to stay
Shout
out
out to
here.
Southern
Decided to stay out here and meet
University.
somebody.
Oh Lord.
Don't do that. Met someone and became my husband. Started a
Uh-huh.
family, and now we're here.
She did all right for herself, y'all. She did all right for herself. I'm telling you now.
I like this. This is cool. This is like our date night right now since we really don't have the time or the energy. So this is pretty cool. I'm enjoying
We got
this.
3-year old and a 4-month old. How we gonna get away from here?
We can't.
We
We just
can't.
gotta
I just
make
look at her
do.
and tell her,
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
"Don't worry about it. We gonna hang out, back. We gonna get our life back. But right now, these kids are taking over.
Yes.
Shout out to the babies, man. That's what we do it for. That's what we do it for. Wait, so how'd you find your way to Baton Rouge? School? Okay. School you go to?
What college I went to?
Mm-hmm.
The Southern University.
Ooh wee. Ooh la la. I'm gonna get some nice sound effects for me and my wife, man. I'm gonna get some nice sound effects. I ain't lying to you. I'll be a killer online when I'm around my wife. I'm beta. Yes. Yes. I love my baby.
You are
I
crazy.
ain't lying. Shout out to Marrero again, man. Marrero's finest in the building, man. Oh man, babe. Okay, so the whole point of us starting this podcast was to just be able to just connect with each other in a different way. You know, we communicate.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's all good. Sometimes it's hey, I love my baby, and we just wanted a different way to communicate with each other and just try something new. You know,
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I
Mm,
like it.
pretty cool. You like it,
Hmm.
babe? You have a lot of ideas in your head. You know that.
What you mean?
You have a lot of ideas and a lot of different thoughts about a lot of different things.
Mm. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for the most part, I don't really care too much. I think all this stuff is pure entertainment, but but as far as like, yeah, some things can trigger me, and I just be like ready
Mm-hmm.
to speak my mind on things. But for the most part, I don't really be caring.
Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna talk about what's something that does trick. What's something that triggered you lately? Because hold on, but we're gonna talk about our 2 year anniversary. We're gonna talk about
Hmm.
our trip that we had. We're gonna get to that. But right now, we just having a real good conversation. What's something that triggered you today?
Today,
Today, what's something that just triggered you? And it shouldn't
mm,
have, but it did.
I don't know. I don't know. I just be today wasn't too hectic today.
And today wasn't too
No,
hectic.
it was kind of breezy today.
Speaking to the mic.
It was kind of breezy today. It wasn't really hectic. But I mean, the only thing that I could possibly say is, of course, being around my kids all the time
Right.
is that they don't listen. Of course.
Oh man.
I mean, the baby is on a whole
10.
nother level. It's
10.
like she been here before, so.
Mhm.
But
I appreciate you too, babe. I appreciate you. I really, really do, y'all. My wife sacrificed like in 2022. Man, women want to work, make their own money, do their own thing. They are educated. She has a
yeah.
degree. She's working on another one, you know,
Hmm.
and she's her own person, and she has her own thing going on, her own wants, desires, needs, and own thing that she wants to achieve in life, where she sacrifices a big chunk of it for so that we can have a strong foundation in our house. So to be a stay-at-home wife and a stay-at-home mom, it is a sacrifice,
Yeah, it is. It
and I
is.
we appreciate you, Rob. We do, man. We do. Big up, shout out to all
Yeah.
the stay-at-home moms.
Yeah, I am a stay-at-home mom. It wasn't always like that. Of
Mm-mm.
course, I was
It wasn't.
teaching 3 years ago, and once the pandemic hit, it was time to take a step back and
We'll
reevaluate some
say how we
things.
got to this point, because a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
they have the conversations going on about traditionalism versus modern,
Mm-hmm.
and we have like it's like there's no such thing as traditional relationships ever. It's just whatever time you in, you're modern. So if you're in
Yeah.
the 50s, that was modern for the 50s. If you're in 2022, that's modern, and in 100 years, it'll be modern for whatever
Most
time that
definitely,
is.
because you study elevating, we study changing. So
Right.
whatever present you in, you're gonna be in the modern. That's what modern is.
Right.
Modern day, present day. So
Exactly. Exactly.
definitely, it's gonna
And
be
we have a
changing.
strong mixture of, like, you're a grown ass woman. Shit, you want to work, go ahead and work, do your own thing. You got
Yeah.
your own brain, your own mind, your own concept, your own thoughts.
Mm.
How do we get to this point? Like, I remember, I'm gonna start it off. I remember one day you came home from work one day when you was teaching,
Mhm.
and God bless the kids. God bless them. But you
Good.
was so bad. You had the longest day, and at the end of your rant, you was like, "Babe, I don't want to fucking work. I don't want to
I
work.
remember. I
Like,
remember.
I want
I
to stay at
said,
home
yeah.
with my baby,
Mhm.
and I just want to build my house. I want
Mhm.
to set the tone, the foundation in my house, and I just want to take a deep breath from the world.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
And
I
I was
did.
like, what I said, I got you, babe.
Yeah.
No problem, babe. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
talking shit, and then the pandemic hit.
Mhm. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. It was to the point to where I couldn't take it anymore. Um, Teaching is definitely a passion for people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to have a passion to teach to be a teacher, point blank period. You have to dedicate and invest a lot of your time into making sure that the kids are, educated. It's just a lot. And what I was going through was basically um just trying to find my career path. At Southern, once I graduated, I thought I was going to, of course, enter this big career that everybody thinks.
Right.
But it didn't work out like that. So I was kind of like in between of things, in between careers. So I'm just trying to find my way through that. And once I realized that I'm better off um giving these kids a better teacher than me.
Right.
Basically just saying, like, I love the kids to death. Like, they were everything to me, but I had my own family I had to invest my time in. So I couldn't fully dedicate my time to the kids. So
Right. So that
yeah.
didn't. So after that, once the pandemic hit, then
Yeah, well, once the pandemic hit, that really made me realize, like, hey, this virtual learning stuff ain't for me. So, yeah, it was it was time to go. Once you realize that you had to teach the parents and the kids at the
right.
same time, yeah, it was time to go. So, yeah, once pandemic hit, well, really, once pandemic hit, we kind of had like an epiphany, like, okay, it's time to. We was a quarantine and build at that
Right.
point. We was like trying to find our way.
But what happened was you
Mm,
stopped teaching.
yeah.
You stopped teaching. We're in the middle of the pandemic, and what she asked me for 6 months prior was dead smack in our face. I
Hmm.
was during the pandemic. I was just grateful that what I was doing in the business that I was in, which is driving trucks. A lot of people don't even know that about me. So I
Hmm.
was driving, and that never stopped. All the supplies that was needed, anything that was needed, it came in on a truck. So I made more money than I ever made, and I was in a position to work, 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 save, save, save. I didn't even have anywhere to spend the money. All I could do, work, build on my credit, save money, stack, and I was able to cover the financial load. And it
Hmm.
was everything that we had said that we had wanted. It presented itself to us.
Yeah.
And here we are, what, 2.5 years later?
Yeah.
And our family is just, we have a strong foundation in our family.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. It blossomed. It definitely blossomed. But like you always say, yes, right now I am a stay-at-home mom, but stay-at-home mom jobs are
It's a
temporary.
temp job.
Of course, I mean, it's the option. If you want to go back to work, you can. If you don't have to. You definitely have that option. But as far as I feel like mandatory states, definitely women will want to be there with their kids between the time that they're born
Right.
to by the time they in the toddler stage. I would say
Yeah.
that's where I'm at right now, at least for me.
Hmm.
I want both of my kids to at least be past the toddler stage for me to pass them on to the real world, and I can get back into the real world too. But yeah, basically just piggybacking off of what you said. Yeah, in the meantime, like, we was trying to figure out our way, and we did. During the pandemic, we also got married and bought a house, which was,
Yeah. More than what
beyond
we
me.
beyond both of us.
We didn't think that was gonna happen, but
Yeah.
pandemic definitely brought blessings in our lives.
Hmm.
I didn't think that I was gonna be a stay-at-home mom at the time. I was definitely in between jobs, and
It did
like,
not. We did not see this coming our way.
no,
We did not see this coming our way. We just know what we prayed for or
yeah.
whatever our heart desires was, and it like happened.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a
It
lot of
happened.
prayer and a lot of hustle and bustle too. Like,
Yeah.
we bust our tails to get there, and we did.
Um.
And I think that's what made us stronger, because the goals that we set together definitely brought our foundation, to a good standing point,
Yeah.
and it made us grow. Definitely made our foundation grow by setting our goals together.
Hey, we've been together 7.5 years, and I tell people we are in the middle of our second 5-year plan.
Yes.
Like our first 5-year plan came together with us buying a brand new home and getting married in our backyard in the middle of the pandemic. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? And then we immediately set another 5 year goal, and we 2.5 years in, and part of that goal is for you to go back to school and hell grab
Yes.
another degree
Yeah.
while you're at home with the babies and making
Yes.
sure the foundation of our home is good. And like I
Mhm.
always tell people when they ask, "Do your wife work?" I say she doesn't work outside of the home.
Mhm.
I make sure that I always say that because there is so much value in your wife staying at home and nurturing the kids and taking care of the household. There's so much value in that and things that are needed,
Mhm.
So that's why I always make it a point to say, no, she doesn't work outside of the house. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But she definitely works inside of the house. And I tell people if I don't come home and help out or give her some kind of relief, she doesn't get off. Her
Okay.
office is the her, what I mean? Office is her house.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Her job as a kid, she never gets off unless what I'm saying, come home, grab the kids, just say, hey, go get your nails done, whatever.
Mhm.
Don't call and check on them. Even if I get it wrong, we'll be okay.
Yes. So you try your best not to call.
they don't cry with that.
Yeah.
Shit, my girls love me. Skylar be in this room on a video game.
It be you with the anxiety,
Man, it's that little bitty one for me.
the little bitty one.
Lord, she's so extra. Like I don't think she's ever cried in 4 months. No, she's demanded something, but she's never cried. Like cried out of just like hunger or cried out of pain. No, she has just cried out of demand. Like, come get me out of this goddamn crib. I ain't gonna stop yelling. And then look you dead in your eye. And when you tell her to stop, she say, "Hey, daddy," and start smiling. I'll be like,
How dare you?
I had to get up out of I had to get out. My sleep is broke. Your mama got up. My sleep broke, and you smiling.
Well,
Thank you for my baby. Shout
enjoy
out to you.
them
Shout out
because
to
that
you.
was the last one.
Oh, thank you. That was the last one. It hurt my feelings. Shit. Man, I like my wife. That's what I tell. I actually like my wife. Like I like hanging out with her. I like riding with her. I like
Yeah.
jumping in the car, taking a little ride. We love a good road trip.
Well, speaking of, let's talk about our anniversary little quick getaway we got a chance to do.
H Town, baby. Shout out to H Town, man.
we got a chance.
I love.
We got a chance to get away,
Yeah, we
even
get
if
a
it was
chance
just to
to get
Houston.
away.
We got away 4 months, and we finally got away.
Oh, man, bro. Oh, man.
It was the best. I really appreciate the trip. I really enjoyed
I
it.
appreciate you, baby.
Mm.
You deserve. You deserve some time to just no
Relax.
relax. Take a deep
Yes.
breath.
In a nice 5-star hotel.
Because
Shout
when
out to the Laurel
yeah,
Hotel.
man. Shout out to the Laura. It was a really, really nice, dope, intimate hotel. We had a really, really good time.
Yes.
It felt good to just first off just sleep unconsciously. It's the fact that you know the kids are in the house, so you can get a good night's sleep. But no matter what, you never sound sleep.
No.
And me having kids now, it makes me appreciate when I was like in high school, college. My mom used to worry when I used to leave the house. She used to really worry. And I get it now. I get it. I get it. Your mind is constantly on your kids, no matter what. Especially
Mm.
when you're in the house with you. So when you get a chance to get out of town and just have a deep breath, and man, you my girlfriend for the weekend. You know what I mean? You wasn't mama. You wasn't.
No, it
You
was not
was.
mama.
You wasn't even my wife. You was my
No.
girlfriend.
This was 7 years ago all over again.
Yeah,
7 years ago,
7 years
31 and
ago.
24 all over again.
Yeah, 31 and 24. Yeah, I snagged me a little juvie. You heard me? Ah, get in this boat. Taking you home, man. Let's Can you?
That's how you think?
Hey, 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 hey! I don't apologize for being a man. Now I hunt. I eat what I kill.
You're ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Shit, I'm a man. You can only you only eat what you kill. Straight up.
Oh, yes, that was the young hot 24-year
You
old
gonna
again.
you gonna always be my young hot wife, no matter how old you get. You gonna always be younger than me.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
How do we meet? Tell people how we met. A lot of people want to know.
I'm surprised you haven't told the story.
I probably have. It's a different. It sound different coming from you. People always hear me talk. People sick of me. They got a lot of people that's sick of me.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
you
let's
tell them.
start from the beginning.
Mhm.
From my point of view,
Yeah.
my POV. So I got a call from my best friend, and she told me that she met a guy who was a photographer, and it was
Bruh.
it was her new neighbor. And I was
Hmm.
like, oh, okay. And she was like, yeah, but he wants to show me some of his things, but I didn't want to go over there by myself. Can you come with me? And I said, well, are they cute? And
And what did she say?
she said, girl, no.
Stop the cap.
So I was like, okay, I still come hang out with you. So I came over there and went over chill with her, and she was like, let's go next door. So oh, and she mentioned yeah, we was about to enjoy ourselves with some drinks and stuff and have a good time. I was like,
Hmm.
okay. So knocked on your door and was like, hey, what's up? I'm
This how they knocked on the
Christian.
door, y'all. FBI, open up! Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, she heard the smell that good looking man in there. Go ahead.
No, you was ugly, remember?
I was supposed to be.
Yeah, you was supposed to be ugly, so
My daddy used to always say, "A lie don't care who tell it, as long as it can get out."
so yeah, knocked on your door and we hung out and history ever since.
History ever since.
Mm.
She just said, fellas. She said she knocked on my door and she came at my place and she never left. Yeah, she never left. That's what that means. It means she came over, she met McGee, you know what I'm saying? She never left, baby. She never left. I don't know why.
I left. You kept calling me to come back.
I did. I did. Real crazy, man. Shit. Man, we've been through a lot.
We've
We
been
have been
through
through a
yeah, a lot.
lot.
7 years is a long time, but we in
Hmm.
lucky number 7 right now, and
Yeah.
say I've been feeling very lucky. So,
Do you believe that? How long have your parents been together?
I want to say 40 years.
40. My parents, before my pops passed, they were together 47 years as well. Do
Mm,
you believe that played a part in us, like our personalities clicking or your desires out of life? Do you believe they align with my desires out of life because of what we were raised around?
um, um, yeah, definitely. I mean, we expecting to have in life what we see are better,
Yeah.
I would say. So definitely, our parents set the tone for what we
Hmm.
wanted out our future.
What were your thoughts of becoming a wife as far as your whole life, just throughout the dating phases? Because hell, I met you when you were 20, what, week after your 24th birthday?
Mm,
So you were 24 and I was 31 and I had my views on it. But growing up or just throughout dating, what did you think about marriage as far as what was your ultimate goal as far as seeing it in your family and you wanting it for yourself?
well, I mean, I see marriage as really the I'm not gonna say the end goal, but definitely the major one of the major goals in life is to be married.
Right.
So that was definitely like the top of the list,
Hmm.
like right after college.
Yeah.
to get married and have kids.
Okay, so what made you want to get married young when everybody else was, and this is
Mhm.
2015 when we met. Matter of fact, we graduated the same day from Southern University, same
Yeah,
ceremony, and had never met each other, and we met each other a year later. Crazy.
yeah.
But what made you want to get married so young or have it on your mind when a lot of females they just not looking to
Right now,
they're looking to live their life at 24, fresh out
yeah.
of college with a degree.
Well, I mean, I've told you before. I always felt like I'm a relationship girl.
Right.
So I tried the single life, but I always been like, I'm the relationship girl. I like to, hang out with my man and be with my
I
man.
like to hang out with you too.
Like I said, hang out with my man and just it's I didn't care to have multiple guys, I guess I can say.
Right.
Just to like be with all the time. I just like to have one guy. So um basically that was it, and I always thought that that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, my parents got married young.
So did mine.
So I figured, I mean, after college, the next step is to get married. That's what
Hmm.
I always thought.
Yeah.
So that was just the goal. I just didn't want to be. I mean, okay, I could just say it like this: as far as me growing up in New Orleans, and I'm not gonna say that I grew up fast, but I mean, I've living in New Orleans. You basically see the adult things as what you shooting for.
That's what you saw.
You just basically you just live a fast life. So I'm not gonna say that I've been there, done that, but I feel like whatever I can do in the world as far as travel and living my best life, I
Yeah.
can do that with someone. I don't have to be single just to do that, just to live life,
Right.
you know? And I see living life as being with somebody and having a family. So why not have those experiences with your family,
Right.
you know?
I definitely understand. I was single for a very long time before I met you, like 5 years. And I
Mhm.
was just because I just believe at a young age. Well, it really hit me in my mid 20s that I didn't have shit and I ain't have nothing going on, and I needed to go better myself. Hit the gym, go back to school, get some kind of education, some kind of emotional stability,
Mhm.
grab some things on my own, build and become a better person and grow with my son before I bring somebody else's daughter along for the ride of
Mhm.
my life when I'm not stable.
Yeah.
So I had been through a lot with just a lot of just building and carving out the life that I wanted for myself and the person I wanted to be before I met you. And so once I met you, it was undeniable and I couldn't deny it. I couldn't deny it, but like I told you, I feel like I earned a woman like you.
So you can deny all of this.
Ooh, I couldn't. Shout out to Jeffrey and Yvette. I couldn't. You was raised right. You really was. You couldn't.
You
I'm
couldn't resist because
serious.
I was raised right.
You
Let's talk
you was
about that.
you was raised right. You was raised right. The
So
best.
what is being raised wrong to where
You
you
were
don't
listen. I'm
they
not here to
slim
say what's
pickings?
wrong. I'm not here to say what's wrong. Because everybody can come back. It ain't like that. Everybody different. That ain't all. The all police gonna come for me. So no, I ain't talking about the all police. But as far as you was raised right. And the reason why I said it because you was raised with your daddy, and he is who he is.
Mhm.
Like he didn't
Mhm.
sugarcoat nothing and didn't hide anything, and that is so valuable.
Yeah, that is, and I shout out to my daddy. Yes, but
Man.
that's true. But sticking up for the sisterhood, don't play with the sisters,
How
okay?
dare you?
Even if a girl have not grown up with her father in her life,
Oh
deep
God.
down inside, they still want the same values and the same morals as someone as a woman who did have a father in their life, they still want to be married.
I live with it too, y'all. They cannot leave the sisterhood behind. It's okay. My wife's a grown woman. She do what she want to do, think what she want to
They
think.
still women who have not had their father in their life, they probably want to be married more than
I know.
women who
But
have
you
their father in
listen,
life.
when you do what you're doing, you're discrediting everything I said about my father-in-law. I ain't talking about the women out here that are uncovered that I have no control over.
Hmm.
But I do have control over what goes on in my house, and I'm telling you, I'm thankful and rejoiceful that you grew up with your D daddy you had.
Yeah, but no, we was talking about as far as the situation, as far as being married, and we were just talking about that earlier. So that's how I want to bring that
Yeah,
up.
I know you're trying to save them.
You're
That's
crazy.
what you're trying to do. I'm just saying that was a plus because it's things that first off, I told you you were the first woman I ever dated who had a dad at home.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
you told
that
me that.
was so big. It was so important.
That
And
was
not to
crazy to hear.
but not to knock anybody else. They still were good people. You know what I mean? But it's certain things that I did not have to say to you, or you didn't have to say to me, because I grew up in the house with my mom and my dad all those years. So even if I mimicked my dad, the least I did was go to work, pay bills,
Mhm.
and 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 be a masculine figure in the household. At bare minimum, that's what I'll be if I just mimic my daddy,
Mhm.
you know? And it's like you are able to, or were able to, see the big picture. And that was so important in the beginning. You were able to voice and opine on everything that came up from a perspective of we collective and a place of understanding, like this isn't where we are, this is just what it is right now.
Mhm.
And it gave me a chance to see who you really was. So it really, really let me know how you was raised. It really, really was. And the number one thing is though, you didn't try to be who you were. It's just who you were.
Mhm. Yeah, like when we decided to get serious, and I was like, "Well,
Ooh
babe,"
la la.
I was like, "I'm a different person when I start dating
Yeah,
you."
she did. She told me that.
So I'm not the same person
Hmm.
if we're just friends. If we start dating, then I'm not the same person.
Yeah, I mean, she was sweet as pie before we start dating. That makes you want to date somebody when they exhibit all the qualities that you're looking for in a significant other, and they show you those qualities. So I was just already, all in before we became official, before she started stalking the player, showing up, popping up, just
Now let's
loving her.
talk. We're
I'm
not gonna talk about
exaggerating.
stalkers now.
I'm, I'm exaggerating, you know what I mean? I'm exaggerating. But, before we became official, you know, she showed me all that. Then once we actually became a thing, an item, a couple, it just went to another level. I never had somebody that just the ultimate supporter. That's what
Because
I say.
I was dating to marry. That's what I was doing.
Me too, baby.
I
At
was
that
dating.
time.
Yeah, I was dating
No,
to marry.
when I met you, what I can say is I was just looking to meet people, but I can't say specifically that I was looking to get married. All I can say is you were undeniable.
Mm,
It's like if I say, "Hey, I need a new truck," and I'm going to the GMC lot, and I want a black Denali truck with all of the packages, sunroof, lifted,
mm,
already with the shebang, 2500 diesel, and everything that I want. I'm gonna be so happy. I don't care if I get there and they tell me this truck is $150,000. I'm gonna
mm,
pay it and I'm out of there
mm,
because I got what I wanted. And when I met you, everything that I said I would want and admire in a wife, it was dead smack. It's like it was placed in my lap, dead there in front of me. Everything I want, all the bells and whistles, every single thing. And you were just undeniable. It made no sense for me to keep trying to like play the game. That's why I don't gamble in real life. I've been with you 7.5 years. I don't go to the boat. I don't shoot
no, I
dice. I
don't.
don't
I don't
gamble
gamble.
because I feel like when you gamble, you're trying to win twice.
Mm.
If you have $100 and you're trying to gamble and make 200, well, you've already have $100. You've won. Make the best with that $100.
Yeah.
But if you gamble and you lose it all trying to get two, then you lost twice. You
Mhm.
lost the 200 you was trying to get and the 100 you already had
Mhm.
when you already won. You're trying to win twice. So that's how I felt about you. I wasn't trying to win twice, babe.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know when I won. Scratched the lottery ticket of love.
That's what you call it.
Yeah, that's what I call it. That's what I call it. How you feel, babe?
I feel good.
We've been trying to go live for a minute. We got things straight tonight. We had to get our camera system together. We had to download all kind of new stuff, but we made it. We here.
Yeah, we
We
were supposed to go
here.
live last week.
Yeah, the Better Together podcast because we believe people are better together. Men and women, it's a lot of foolishness going on right now about
A lot of back and
men
forth.
this, women that,
Yeah.
women that, men this. The whataboutism is a sickness that's going on because if you say something about men, what about the women? Say something about women, what about him? It's just crazy. What about him? You ain't gonna do all that. Now don't do the sisterhood like that. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that shit. You know what I'm saying? From neither side. And it's a lot going on. And me and my wife just believe, people are better together. Work that
Yeah.
shit out. We ain't perfect. I ain't lying to you. Y'all, if anybody who know me know I'm very headstrong, I'm very stubborn. I'm a lot of things. I'm a lot of things. I'm not perfect, you know what I mean? But man, work through that shit. Work through that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. The I feel bad for the people in the dating world right now because it look like the pool have a lot of pee in it.
Oh, a lot of pee in it. It's horrible out here, baby. It is horrible out here. Lord.
Yeah. It seems like they have a lot of pee in it. A lot of people doing podcasts, men talking about women, women talking about men,
It's
and
low hanging fruit.
uh, I wasn't gonna go there, but
It's low hanging fruit.
elaborate.
Um to sit around and talk about men and women all day is just low hanging fruit because you have a lot of people out here who desire to be married, but they single. So if you talk about that, of course you're gonna have a lot of people to talk about, but they don't have no positive advice to give these people. They really, really don't.
Yeah,
All they do is talk about what to do. They tell you how to leave. Everybody out here talking about what you need to watch for to leave. Nobody is telling you what you need to work through to stay.
yeah, and I think that's where we come in at. I think that's like kind of our own lane. It's
Mhm.
we've been through like so much.
And we still learning. We still got a lot to go through.
Yeah,
We've been together 7.5. They got some people 17.5. So we can
yeah,
still learn.
yeah, definitely. Agree with that. Definitely. Like I said, it's kind of like our own lane. Maybe I should say because nobody talks about staying together,
Right.
and
We
if
are
you,
definitely better together.
yeah, definitely, definitely stronger. I definitely wouldn't be in the same position I am if it wasn't for my husband. Definitely.
What do you mean by that, babe? A lot of people will hear you say that and say, girl, you could do it by yourself.
Um, I'm not gonna say that things would be bad for me. I just
Right.
said things would be different.
Elaborate.
Things would be different.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like this in this world now you do have at least two options. You can get married and have kids, or you can be single and live your life selfishly, which is not a bad thing either. So I don't think both options are bad. I just think that they're different.
Right.
Um, like when I was younger, I definitely was thinking at a time in my life that I could be single for a long period of time until I decided that I wanted to get married and have kids and try to fulfill my own personal goals before I got married and have kids, and then it didn't work like that.
Hmm.
It kind of became the opposite.
Right.
So now I have the family, I have the kids, I have the husband. Now I'm working towards my own personal goals now.
Hmm.
But mine's not better than the person who decided to do the other way around first.
Right.
and vice versa. That's how I feel um
Okay.
about
Well,
that.
when you said you are in a better position because of your husband, let me
Hmm.
tell you and tell a lot of people something. I am the this gonna sound real crazy, but I am the ultimate feminist. I
You're the
am.
ultimate
Yes, let
feminist.
me explain myself. I am so women think I'm hard on them. I'm very opinionated, but I am actually the ultimate feminist. You know why? Because I believe I wake up every morning and I have a son, and I raise my son a certain way. I love my son. I talk to him a certain way, but I have three women that I'm responsible for. That's my wife and my two daughters. I wake up every day and I give my wife the option to do what she wants to do that day. If she wants to get up and go to work, she goes to work. If she wants to stay home, she stays home. If she wants to stay with her kids and nurture her kids, she nurtures her kids. If she wants to send them to daycare, she sends them to daycare. If she wants to go back to school and get another degree, she gets another degree. If she wants to use the one she has, she uses the one she has. If she wants to start a business, start a business. If she wants to get on a podcast, get on a podcast. If she wants to model, model. If she wants to, whatever my wife wants to do, I wake up every morning and I bust my ass so that I can give my wife the option to do whatever she wants to do. And right now, at this phase in her life, what she wants to do is continue her education and set the foundation in the house and be with her baby. So I just want to let you know that it makes me feel good to be able to like require marry you, ask you for kids, which by default is asking you to slow your life down. It gives me good gratitude as a man. It makes me feel good to be able to give you the option to get through that.
Mm.
Give you space and time to your body to heal from childbirth and
Hmm.
your mind to catch up with where your life is now, and also prepare yourself to go back out into the work world because you're a grown woman. You want your own money, your own stuff, like
Yeah.
So and that just makes me feel good
Yeah.
to be able to provide that for you. So I feel like I'm the ultimate feminist, man.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and that's where I was getting to as far as you did make it better for me. I feel like I said, it would be different, but it wouldn't be the same. But what makes it better? Excuse me. What makes it better is that you do give me the option to do those things. That's why I feel like if I wasn't with you, then I would have to definitely have basically my priorities at a standard to where I have to make these type of situations
Mm-hmm.
a priority as far as, okay, do you have the option to get up and go to work? No. Now I have to get up and go to work.
Right.
Just things like that, and that's what definitely you definitely made it better for me for so I can go through this time right now that I'm in. I really
And,
appreciate that.
and you're welcome, baby. And what I and with the reason why I always give me a second. The reason why I always make it a point to say that my wife doesn't work outside of the house is to make sure that I always shine a light on the value of what you do bring to the table inside of the house. So
Mhm.
you saying that I wake up every day and I work hard and I give you the option
Mhm.
to, I give you the option to do what you want and come and go, and you appreciate for that. As a man, I asked you for kids. Our
Mhm.
kids were intentional. So you
Mhm.
gave me kids.
Mhm.
So I want to tell you, what I'm saying, thank you for that because at the same time, if you add up the cost, I could send them to daycare, that's gonna cost me, or I can just take care of their mom in the right way, and that costs, and you still got your mom at home, your wife at home with the kids. So I'm
Mhm.
talking about strictly from a male's perspective. If you ask for kids, I believe you know how I feel. Should put you in a position to be able to take care of the kids and
Mhm.
nurture you through that process. If I ask you for kids, because at the end of the day, they are my kids. They're my responsibility.
Mhm.
So that's just how I feel, and that's why I always want to create an environment for you for that. And I just
Mm,
want to tell you thank you again for sacrificing your time, energy, your body. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Shit, my wife could have been with anybody she wanted to be with. I still be trying to figure out how I got her. You feel me? I know I'm Big E. You feel me? I'm Big E, but I still be trying to figure out how I got her. But you know, I just appreciate you for all you do.
Yeah, we
Shout out
definitely
Dunbar Gang in the family. I met somebody who
we
was
are a good
willing to
team.
put the family before herself. Selfless. She finds her happiness in her smile through her kids and her family, and that's priceless. You cannot put a price tag on that. You can't put a degree on that. You can't put nothing on that. It's priceless.
No, our goals and morals kind of came together, and kind of parallel towards each other. Definitely as far as me not going to work, I mean, it just came about, and once we realized like, hey, this could be the new normal, we set the goals to where it wasn't an issue,
Yeah.
you know. It wasn't an issue for us to do. Like we was able for me to take a step back and not have no work, and we progressed even better after that. We didn't even think that that was even possible to happen,
Mm-hmm.
but it did, and it's just a good feeling. I wake up every day and I always tell myself and thank God about how blessed I am, because I mean, we didn't come out of a box like this, but
Yeah, at
it
all.
took
At
time,
all. It did.
but we definitely reached our goals and
You
got
know.
to where we need to be.
I'm just big on the foundation that we could set for our girls, and we be the first one to imprint on our girls. It
Yeah.
makes me feel good that nobody else is wiping on my daughters. What my daughters know how to do, they learn from their mother. Brush their teeth, wash their face. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Come here. Time to eat. Time to go night night. I love you. All of the essential core things that a child grasps and learn in their early development years of life, they learned it from their mother, and that
Mm-hmm.
makes me feel so good that I'm able to provide that for you.
Mm-hmm.
The number one thing too is though, like I like my wife looking fine and looking good and all sexy and tight and right and well put together. So I create that for you. It makes me feel good to be able to create that for you, to be able to at least give you time to go to the gym, give you time
Mm-hmm.
to go all the things I require of you as a wife. Me, the kind of man I am, I don't want to require the things from you I require from you as a wife and send you to work. It will like, cause I'm gonna pay all the bills and take care of this. So I feel like you are not allowed to come home to me and complain. So whatever it is that's making you complain in life, don't do it. Whatever job is pissing you off, don't go there. Whoever is making you mad, don't hang out with them. Whoever ain't
Mm-hmm.
appreciating you, don't go around them. Period. At the end of the day, like I want my wife stress free.
Yeah, and you do say that.
I want my wife stress free. I don't want you to have to worry about none of that. And if I want you to look good, be tight and right, well, shit, I need to give you time to go to the gym. If I want my
Mm-hmm.
daughters raised a certain way and I want my house clean, I like the Glade plug-ins. I need to give you time to go to the store to get that. I need to, give you time to shit. You couldn't get to the dishes last night. You got to them this morning. Hey, you got two little girls running around here, but shit, you handle your business. And I like my house a certain way, and you like your house a certain way, and I like cultivating that. And I think that's big, and I think a lot of men don't understand the value of a man is to be able to create that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to be able to create the space for a woman to grow. A woman is a seed, and she will, if you plant her in the right soil, she'll grow into what you want her to grow into. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of dudes plant her into bad soil and wonder why they getting weeds that's growing. Shit, you grew
Yeah.
that. You grew
Yep.
that. I truly believe that. And so I just always wanted to give you the space to be who you are supposed to be, not
Yeah.
somebody that you have to be.
And I think this was the issue going on nowadays, with the 50-50 thing, and it's just it's just men wants to give the women half the time, because the other half they have to go to work.
Right.
So once they come home, it's like y'all also have to split home 50-50 too. Not just we both go to work, come home, and mama got to do everything.
Right.
you're going to split 50-50 if going to work, you got to split 50-50 at home too.
And I but and I truly, truly, truly understand.
Mm.
I don't believe in 50-50.
Right. Well, we don't have 50-50. So
As
we could say that we
well,
don't.
we do, but we
Yeah.
don't.
As far as going out into the work world, that's not how it is.
Right.
But both our jobs are equivalent to each other. You work outside the house, I work inside the house.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the same amount of work. I say
Hmm.
that.
It
The
definitely
same
is.
amount of work.
And like I just said, if I don't come home and give you an off time, you don't get an off day.
Right.
Straight
Exactly.
up.
No. No, I
So that's why I just
don't.
be wanting to just grab my wife and throw my wife in the car and let's go.
And
Mother-in-law
what's the
got the
good thing
kids,
about
my
it?
sister got the kids, somebody.
The good thing about it, not to cut you off, when you do say that, you can just grab your wife and go, is that I don't work, so I can just hop and go with you wherever
Yes.
we want to go. It's not like, oh, babe, I gotta go to work, in Florida, and
That would
you
drive me
need to try to
crazy.
take off work so we can go hang out. No, I could
It
just
just would
hop in the
drive me crazy
car
at this point in my life. It would
and
drive me crazy.
yeah, we could definitely hop in the car and just go whenever we want.
Yeah. It would drive me crazy. Like I like having my wife accessible to me. Like you married me.
Hmm.
Like you my wife. So I need to create an avenue for you to be able to be there for me. Like I want you to. I can't tell you that you gotta work.
That sounds so. You sound so spoiled.
It is what it is. Like I asked you to be my wife. You didn't ask me to be your husband. Like
You
that's
sound
the
so spoiled.
no. I asked you to be my wife. You didn't ask me to be your husband. It didn't work that way. So if I asked you to be my wife, then I need to like if okay if every relationship and marriage is different. We hashed out a deal just like everybody else. So if the deal we hashed out included you being a certain way in the household,
Mhm,
like then I feel like I need to create the space for that. And I know every man will understand what I'm saying when I say that. It
mhm.
is every man goal to make enough money to where his wife does not have to work. That is not just a me thing. That is
Right.
every man.
Right.
That is his goal in life. And
Mhm,
man, like mine wasn't. I didn't know that I was going to be able to do that. And is it easy? No, it's not. Is it?
mhm.
Is it just? Is it response? Is it a lot of weight being responsible for everything like that? Yes, it is. But it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I
It makes you
demand a
become
lot.
a
So
stronger
shit.
man.
Like I always say, if you wanna, like I always say, if you want to be treated like a king, you got to do king shit.
Mhm.
If you want to be treated like a king, you got to do king shit.
You're gonna have king responsibilities.
Yes, yes.
Definitely, I agree with that.
You look amazing tonight over there. Mm-hmm.
Trying to be sweet.
Ooh wee, ooh wee. That's a scumbag look.
You always give that pervy look.
Mm-hmm. Well, we gonna come to y'all a lot. We're gonna get something on schedule, but we're gonna come to y'all. I'm still gonna have a Loud and Strong podcast with my brother Sean. We're still gonna come to you every Sunday night. The wife and I are gonna come to you every Saturday, Friday or Saturday night. We're gonna get a night down pat for sure. But this is our first time coming to you. And we just gonna be reacting to we're gonna react to some videos. We're gonna go live. We're gonna produce a few shows and make sure, what I'm saying, everything is good to go. But the wife and I are going to have more marriage based content, couple based content, and how we would respond in certain situations, and
Yeah,
you
I
know,
definitely think that's what I'm
especially
here
her
for.
shows she like to watch. What's the show? What's the show? The the Housewives. She like the Housewives. So
I
we're gonna
don't
get
play
some
about the
housewife
housewives.
content. We're gonna get some reaction videos and certain content that we're gonna overlook. And man, one thing, a lot of people see me and a lot of people know me, but they don't realize that I walk around. Hold on one second. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Like I'm saying, a lot of people see me walking around and they don't, and the confidence that I walk around with, and the confidence that I have, and the man that I am, it is because of the woman I have in my life. It is. So we're gonna just bring our thoughts together and give our perspective on a lot of different videos and topics and things that's going on. And man, I'm excited about the Better Together episodes with my wife.
Okay, well,
It's
let's
that
just
far.
try to let's see. Let's give him a taste of what it could be. Just tell me one thing that you seen this week as far as relationship or marriage wise that kind of shook you up a little bit.
That shook me up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mm, it was something that I seen this week. It was the. Let's talk about. I know we late. I know we late. What do you think about? You asked me what I think about the whole. I'm talking about the whole Ime Udoka and Nia Long situation.
Mm-hmm.
That disturbed me. First of all, it disturbed me because they were engaged. They have been engaged for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't let no man do you that. That's first off. Don't let a man have you out here like that. Just give you a ring just to buy some more time. That's all it is. It was a deposit on more time to string you along even more. That's first and foremost.
Okay, well, let me cut you off right quick. You think 7 years? You think that he even thinking about buying time, or you just not gonna do it at all? 7 years is a long time
Well,
to
his
buy
well,
time.
his intentions is to not to do it at all.
Right.
But he needs to buy more time from a woman that's saying, I want to get married.
7 years is a long time.
It is. 7 years is a long time. That definitely disturbed me when I saw that. That's something that did disturb me. And but then that's from Neil Long's perspective. But from Ime Udoka's perspective, shit, in my eyes, you single till you get married. So he wrong for just lying. And but who's to say he was lying to her? She clearly ain't came on and said that she leaving him. So clearly she probably, you know what, how people get down in their relationship or their
Mhm.
marriage. It's just she probably mad that it came to light. And
Mhm.
she and everybody else know, but she clearly hasn't said anything. But that kind of disturbed me as far as the only thing that really disturbed me is that the lady that he was cheating with, oh, they don't want to talk about her.
Mhm.
Keep her under wraps, keep her in the shade, keep her under covers, keep her under
Yeah.
wraps, and just roll a brother out there and just talk about the exploits that he had going on when she was actually, quote unquote, reportedly married.
Mhm.
But he's not,
Right.
But I also understand that to whom much is given, much is expected. He's the head coach and he's in
Mhm.
a position of leadership and of power, and it's a conflict of interest for him to be getting his honey where he get his money.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that whole situation? If you was me alone, girl, you don't have to put up with this, girl.
You don't. You deserve better. You go, Queen.
Well, I wouldn't be near alone because I wouldn't be waiting 7 years to get married.
You never asked me, you never pressure me though. You told me you would never pressure me.
I didn't pressure you.
But I asked you in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
I ain't there to get there.
It means,
Yeah.
letting you see what type of ring I like.
My nigga.
But that wasn't no pressure though. I was
You
just
sh-
showing you what kind of ring that I
oh, you
like.
was just showing me what kind of ring you like.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that was no pressure.
Did I do good?
You did amazing. Mm.
Yeah,
You did
girl.
great. Yeah.
You earned it. Your
Mm.
mama show give out your education. Man, I had fun tonight. We got an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I
Pretty
like it.
cool. Pretty cool. You ain't tell me what you thought about the Ime Doka situation in there
Oh well,
alone.
yeah. Let's talk about it
How
then.
you think about she would feel? How you think she feels as a woman?
Um, I wouldn't know, to be honest. I don't know. I wouldn't know how she feels as a woman because, like I said, I wouldn't be put in that position. So the only way that the only way I would see it is that she was maybe in an open marriage
Mm. Marriage, nah,
or
she wasn't marriage.
How
well,
dare
not
you?
open marriage,
Don't give her no credit.
an open relationship. She was in an open relationship and that's what I seen it as.
Right.
That he may have just got caught in a situation, but I think that she knew.
What?
I think that she knew. I don't. I feel bad for him that the that he had to be put on spotlight like that, and the woman didn't. I agree with that. I think that that's messed up.
Yeah,
What was it wrong of him to do? Yes,
most
on
definitely.
both occasions of him messing with a married woman and him cheating on his fiance.
Cheat. Cheating in the next room.
And if you're gonna do it, don't do it with a married woman, especially your boss. I think that's crazy.
My wife hates that bitch. She hates that
No, I
bitch.
don't do sad women. I don't. So I think she should get dragged in social media life and real life.
I
But
don't think she should be dragged. The grown consenting adults. I don't think we should be in their business.
no, but since it's out there,
Hey,
it's kind of
I don't know. It's kind of weird to me that they did not fire him, but they suspended him for a year. So you're gonna air my business out, then expect for me to come back and work for you?
yeah. I
Expect
wouldn't
for
be
me?
able
I
to
don't
do
give a
that.
damn how much you paying me and shit. My soul sold separately. Shout out to Gibbs today. Like my soul was sold separately. Like you can't just handle me down bad like that. I'm not married. Put my business on Front Street just to embarrass me because I was smashing the VP wife and she liked it. BBC.
Don't
Don't say that. See how sweet my wife
say
is? See, this is what I
that.
live with,
What's a
y'all. Yeah,
BBC?
I'm a certified asshole. I'm a jerk. My wife is so sweet. Like what she just did was don't say that. I get that all day, y'all. She's sweet as pie. I swear. I'm the jerk. I ain't lying. Opposites do attract. My wife is a sweetheart.
I think it's crazy though. I think that the whole situation and them trying to turn it into a scandal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all crazy.
Yeah.
It's just all crazy.
Okay. Well, we got the first episode in the books, and it feels absolutely amazing. It felt good to get on front of the camera with my wife. Like I said, whatever I touch, my wife supports, but it does not take off and blow up until my wife puts her hands on it or puts her hands in it. And that's just the essence of a woman. Like we always say, what's the value of a wife? And do you really need one? Can you make it this, that, and the other? But what a wife brings to the table and what a husband brings to the table, you cannot value it by talking about it or voicing it to somebody else. It's their mere presence. And the essence of my wife, just she's the fertilizer to anything that I plant. And I appreciate
Mhm.
you, pumpkin pie.
So sweet when you want to be.
She always tell me that even because I'm an asshole or a jerk a lot. So she always say you so sweet when you want to be.
Yeah, when you want to be.
Yeah.
But that be all the time though.
Oh, baby,
Yeah.
we're gonna come up with some slogans and some sayings. We're gonna be saying, but this is the Better Together podcast. We're gonna try to keep people together as long as we can, and we're
Yes.
gonna stay together forever and ever. And the last 2 years been amazing.
Yes. Been one fun ride.
Yes, one fun ride. The last 2 years been great, baby,
Yeah.
and we have plenty more, 200 more to go. So thank y'all for tuning in, listening. We blew the dust off of this situation. The wife really wanted to go live. I really wanted to go live, so we made it happen. And I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow night with the bro. Big Rob, we'll be in the building, man. We loud and strong podcast. We're gonna get in here and talk our shit like men. But thank y'all for tuning in and we are better together. Love one another. Christian, Ernest, Dumb Boy Gang. See y'all later. Thank you. Gotta get us an outro too, babe. Yeah, YouTube letting you play songs and stuff now. Y'all have a good one. Adios.